We are back on Closing Bell. Tesla leading the Mag 7 this month, and one top analyst doubling down on the name. Let's bring in Wedbush Global Head of Technology Research, Dan Ives. Dan, you are getting even more bullish on Tesla. Tell us why.
I mean, look, I think this is now going to be the start of probably the most important chapter of growth ever for Tesla. In terms of autonomous, I believe we're going to see 30 cities, potentially over the next 3 to 6 months. And that's going to be the start. Because, Courtney, my view is that they will own 80% of the autonomous market. And that is not being factored into the stock. I mean, that's why I think this is $2 trillion for starters. Ultimately, will be a $3 trillion market cap. This continues to be, in my opinion, the most undervalued true AI play in terms of physical AI play out there.
But how long is it going to take them to get to that type of market share in autonomous?
Oh, I think as we go into later this year, and I think especially once we go through the shareholder meeting, when Musk gets pay package and ultimately Tesla gets approved for the XAI investment, I think investors are going to start to realize when this gets rolled out to another 8 to 10 cities over the next few months, and you start to see the scale of ultimately cyber cabs, I think that's where the bell goes off. I think investors right now, there's still skepticism because of the core business, which is actually stabilizing. We'll see that next week. But I think this is all about autonomous and robotics. I think this, along with NVIDIA, the two best physical AI plays in the market. And Musk now is back to wartime CEO. And that's what you need in terms of this AI arms race.
Wow. And so your target is going from 500 to 600. And I think the average analyst estimate is somewhere around $342. And you think that is all because of autonomous?
Well, yeah, because I think when you look out, when you think of golden goose for AI, it's autonomous and ultimately it's robotics. And that's going to be Optimus. And I think Tesla right now is on the verge of what I think is going to be a period of hypergrowth. And I think that's something that's not being factored in, is a lot of investors just continue to paint it with the same brush. And all the work we're doing is showing that this is an acceleration that's about to happen. That's why we raised price target, continues to be one of our top picks in this fourth industrial revolution.
Do you think that there's still some political backlash with those that didn't agree with Elon Musk or don't agree with Elon Musk and his association with the Trump administration, whether they're enemies, friends, frenemies? I don't know where they are right now, but how does that play out into demand for the vehicles themselves?
Yeah, I think you almost have to separate. I think, look, in Europe, there's clearly still brand damage, and we see that in terms of the numbers. But I think some of that is going to fade, over time, as well as in the U.S. Look, there still could be, like we said, 5-7% permanent brand damage. But I think the broader view here is that they're really going to own what I view as the autonomous world, the autonomous market. And you talk about with Trump and the BFF to the enemy and back now. I think it's all about regulatory. I think Trump administration is going to accelerate the federal roadmap in terms of what's going to be bullish for autonomous. And that's going to be, very important in terms of laying the groundwork for what I believe is going to be acceleration of this autonomous strategy. And I think that is how Tesla is going to be viewed. This is not just for Tesla, but for Musk, most important chapter of growth in its history.